Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Are you Trayvon Martin? 17 years old. Trayvon Martin, he was only 17 years old. Will you make justice served? Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Trayvon Martin, only 17 years old. Amadou Diallo, 23. Patrick Dorisman, 26. Usman Zango, 24. Tim Sansbury, 19. Sean Bell, 23. Oscar Grant, 23. Rosemary Graham, 18. Trayvon Martin, 17. Are you Trayvon Martin? 17. Trayvon Martin, 17. You did not die in vain. With the color red still running through your veins, you weren't 1 inch of a mistake. Black boy, they forgot to tell you you were born a prince, waiting to become a king, so your hoodie, your crown on top of your head was only your protection from people that couldn't understand your kingdom. You weren't suspect. Criminals carry guns. You were only loaded with love and intellect. Like the way your mama taught you to always say thank you when you enter a room full of people. With a smile like the sun stretching arms, you were full of future. Opportunity laying hands in pocket, empty with restriction. You were always free. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he pulled the trigger, only knew strength from power, was scared as a little boy to forgive, and grew up a big boy with anger. That is not your problem. Your hope buried in your name with angels that speak and voices of so many mothers and brothers and sisters that look like you. Are you Trayvon Martin? Are you Trayvon Martin? Are you Trayvon Martin? Do you know of the Trayvon Martin case? Are you Trayvon Martin? See, I am Trayvon Martin when I am speaking most high, when I am most articulate, when I am free in my words. Trayvon Martin, you did not die in vain. Examples like broken glasses where sharp edges cut sharply. This is not the end. The case is not over. Justice is juicing in protest with your voice. Trayvon Martin will live on like voices do when lips have been sealed shut. It will be gentle like the way he walked in that neighborhood watch. We'll be watching with ears speaking and lips hearing, no breaks. Just builders of society where the law is in our hands, caught tight like Papa's last hug. When he asks you where you are going, tell him you are standing on your land and going everywhere that needs you. Teaching like books are out of service, laughing like Kevin can only hear sounds. Tell him you are not walking guilt, that the color of your skin is not sin, that God's children under the sun come in colors of reflection of the sun. Sun, you are the pride and joy, the back rib holding bricks from being kicks, hold bricks weight heavy like the knowledge you carry. Not scared to walk on my own block, not scared to be black. You did not die in vain with the color red still running through your veins. You weren't 1 inch of a mistake. Amadou Diallo, 23. Patrick Dorisman, 26. Usman Zango, 24. Tim Sansbury, 19. Sean Bell, 23. Oscar Grant, 23. Rosemary Graham, 18. Trayvon Martin, 17. Trayvon Martin, 17. Trayvon Martin, 17. Trayvon Martin, thank you for being brave. Thank you for wearing your name.
Do you know about the Trayvon Martin case?
Yeah, I know good amount about it.
What's your feelings towards it?
My feelings are just towards, it was unfortunate that more light wasn't brought to the case, and possibly just because it was more like a white versus black type of thing, even though Zimmerman was of Hispanic descent. It it seemed like it had to take the whole nation for something to be done, unfortunately.
So a lot of people have been making this case a black and white issue. In actuality, the person that did murder Trayvon Martin was half Caucasian and half Hispanic. Do you feel like that means anything? Do you feel like this is a race issue? Or do you feel like this is an issue more based on justice being served?
It's a humanity issue, you know, that's really what this comes down to. It does have to do with race, obviously, but it's a humanity issue. You know, if we're gonna continually kill young black men or young men in general, that's a problem. It's just a problem.
Do you feel like it was a problem that the neighborhood watcher was armed?
Yes, I think that's a big problem, and I think that the law is really confusing and strange in terms of how it's enforced. And then once it's enforced, then they basically can say, "Oh, I was just following orders," in essence, and then create this dynamic kind of defense, so to speak, to say, my actions, are okay, no matter how wrong they are to the most of the outside population.
Do you feel that forms of political theater allows there to be some pathway for that conversation to take place?
Yes, I do. I think that there is a potential for political theater to actually create some sort of movement towards a positive direction, to really open up minds and open up hearts and open up ideas in terms of what other people are thinking about in a much more kind of practical way.
Do you feel that in some form you're Trayvon Martin?
So yes, I definitely do, especially in an environment that we're in right now, where we're at a school where diversity is what SU is prides itself for. But many times I feel like people don't look at character before skin color. So I definitely feel like Trayvon Martin. I definitely feel like this event, this occurrence, is something that. It's something that we should all like feel like I don't know how to explain. I'm sorry.
Kind of just feel like have some type of sensitivity to like what's going on.
Exactly. Not only black, not like it's for Hispanics, Asians, Native Americans, everybody of color. It's not about just being African American.
Do you feel like the biggest problem with the case? I mean, yes, race has been brought up, but do you think like one of the other bigger reasons is that justice has not been served? Because
I think that the problem is negligence because of skin color, because it was a black boy who had a hoodie on. Probably I'm not sure what time it was, but it was negligence. Because if it was the other way around, if it was a black man that shot a white boy, it would have went totally different way. Even if the black man was innocent, it would have went a totally different way. He would not have been able to been lost. He wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the things he's done. So I think that it has a lot to do with negligence, and it has a lot to do with justice being served.
What do you feel like we can do so that we can change our government in that aspect in terms of giving justice when it is due?
I think that what we need to do is be activists. We all need to be activists, because justice will not be served if we're not activists, if we're not active, and if we don't speak on what we believe.
Do you feel the performance was a form of activism?
I definitely do, especially on this campus. I think that many times people forget that this is a problem. People like to think that, oh, it's 2012. Race is not an issue when it is. It's a big issue, and it's something that we need to stand and speak about.
Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Are you Trayvon Martin, 17 years old? Trayvon Martin, 17 years old. Are you Trayvon Martin, 17 years old?